Hi everyone, a happy Friday to you. We have made it to the end of the week. I'm meteorologist Evan Irani with your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. Another warm start to the weekend at the very least before temperatures begin to slide going through the weekend and especially into the beginning of next week. It does seem like by the time we get to Monday, our afternoon highs will be about 10 degrees cooler in many cases than what we saw going into the middle of this week. The middle of the week was in particular the hottest stretch for us. We broke records on our afternoon highs. We broke records on our overnight lows. It was hot across the board. And even here, as we start off our Friday, we've seen temperatures mostly in the 70s. We've been making it to the 80s rather quickly. So it's been a warm stretch so far into the start of the day. And as we make our way toward midday, we'll see another hot one into the afternoon. For the days ahead, this ridge of high pressure gets nudged southeast. As it does so, a trough of low pressure and really several troughs of low pressure will move into the northwest, helping to pull in some of that cooler Arctic air. As this low pressure system slides in, we will dip to the southern end of this jet stream here, and we'll start to finally see that notable slide in temperatures. It's not going to be a drop in temperatures that takes us by any means to a cold range, but it will take us back to about normal, about seasonal, which would mean that we'll have widespread upper 70s, maybe right around 80 degrees by the coast. We'll be looking at upper 80s inland. I think inland is where we're going to notice the largest change in the forecast because anyone who has been spending the last several weeks inland has been feeling the heat. This is finally a stretch where we won't be talking about record-breaking temperatures and instead head back to that more standard range. Still warm, but not quite as hot as it's been. This afternoon, Fallbrook is looking at a high of 95 degrees, 97 in Escondido, 94 in La Mesa, 83 in Del Mar, and 85 up in Oceanside. These temperatures are still on the warmer side of average, not only today, but into tomorrow as well. In fact, tomorrow seems to be just as hot, and some of these models were hotter, maybe by a degree or two. As we get into Sunday, those temperatures slide. If you're opting for one of these 2 days to spend time outside, I'd opt for Sunday. That's your cooler day. Down to 80 by Monday, again, right around average, maybe a degree or two warmer than it. As we get inland, 97 by tomorrow afternoon, down to 88 by Monday, and then starting to see that gradual climb back to the slightly above average range. This at least is not 100 degrees, as we've been seeing over the last couple of days, but it is still a few degrees warmer than average. When we look at the mountains, we'll slide from the 90s back to the 80s. Heading back to the 90s by Thursday of next week. The desert slide about 110s are done with, making our way all the way down to about 102 by Tuesday of next week. As always, you can find an extended weather forecast on the CBS 8 app. You can stream now for free, no cable subscription needed to stream our entire content library and watch all of our newscasts live whenever you want. Have a great weekend.